The cutest shell you have ever seen is coming back to steal your heart again. Marcel the Shell with Shoes On is the latest A24 animation/live-action full-length feature film that is based on the 2010 stop-motion animation short film of the same name. The movie's leading character, Marcel the Shell, is a reprisal of the eponymous central character from the short films. The movie, like its original short films, follows a tiny shell named Marcel. He wears shoes too, who wants to go out into the world and find his family. Directed by Dean Fleischer-Camp, the mockumentary-style film features Jenny Slate, Rosa Salazar, Isabella Rossellini, and Thomas Mann, in various voice roles, among many others. The director of the movie also stars as himself, a filmmaker who helps Marcel find his family. Jenny Slate voices the role of Marcel, while Isabella Rossellini voices Marcel's grandmother, Nana Kami. Collider video of the day. Check out this handy guide and find out how you can watch Marcel the Shell with Shoes On, and where and when you can watch it. So, get ready to witness the little shell's big screen adventures. Is Marcel the Shell with Shoes On streaming online? There is no official announcement or confirmation from the producers/distributors if Marcel the Shell with Shoes On is going to be streaming online anytime soon. It is possible that, like most other movies, this animated mockumentary comedy might also arrive on one of the major streaming services. But for now, we'll have to assume that the movie is only going to arrive at the theaters and is not going to be available digitally. Watch this space as we bring you the latest updates on the streaming release of the animated comedy soon. Is Marcel the Shell with Shoes On in movie theaters? Marcel the Shell with Shoes On had its world premiere at the Telluride Film Festival in September 2021. Ahead of the theatrical release, A24 partnered with Collider for advanced screenings of Marcel the Shell with Shoes On in 15 cities across the United States. But in case you didn't manage to catch the movie during those early screenings, don't worry, as the film will be released in theaters across the United States on Friday, June 24, 2022, premiering opposite other big releases like The Black Phone and Elvis on the same day. As far as theater visits are concerned, it is recommended that you maintain the health safety guidelines of your city/state. Despite the pandemic being under control, there are still some concerns. So, your local theaters might require you to continue observing caution, like maintaining social distancing and wearing a mask. When will Marcel the Shell with Shoes On arrive on digital or VOD? So far, there's no information available on whether Marcel the Shell with Shoes On will get a VOD release or not, and if so, then when. We also don't know about the digital or physical media release of the movie. It may or may not happen anytime soon. With most other theatrical movies, the DVDs and Blu-rays release in about 3-4 months from the date of the release. So, it's possible that the DVDs of Marcel the Shell with Shoes On might also be available after a similar period, i.e. sometime in September or October 2022. Watch the Marcel the Shell with Shoes On trailer. The official trailer of Marcel the Shell with Shoes On, released by A24 in April 2022, is the most delightful thing you would have seen in a while. The narrative, as we learn from the clip, is made in a mockumentary style, where Marcel is the main subject of the film. Marcel narrates his own story in a documentary being made by Dean, a filmmaker who lives in the same house. The trailer reveals Marcel's life with his grandmother Connie, how they live, and what they do in their daily lives. The highlight of the plot is Marcel's wonderment, and how it looks like a big, scary world out there for a teeny tiny thing like a shell. The montages are interspersed with real-life talk show hosts who talk about Marcel's big step to get out there and find his family. The trailer features popular television personalities like Leslie Stahl, Conan O'Brien, and Brian Williams. It's like Marcel is almost a celebrity, and everyone is rooting for him as he sets out on his life-changing adventure. What is Marcel the Shell with shoes on about? The 2022 movie version of Marcel the Shell with Shoes On is based on the eponymous, stop-motion animation short film created by Fleischer Camp and Jenny Slate, voice of Marcel. The short film became a series with 2 more sequels and some picture books. The stop-motion short was debuted at the AFI Fest and won the Best Animated Short Award. It also gained recognition at the 2011 Sundance Film Festival where it was an official selection, and later at the New York International Children's Film Festival, where the short film bagged both the audience and jury awards. Later, in 2021, the team got together with Nick Paley and Elizabeth Holm to recreate the story and turn it into a full-length live-action/animated comedy. Marcel the Shell with Shoes On is technically a coming-of-age story of a young, sentient shell. He's tiny, adorable, with cute little shoes and a single googly eye. He's almost like a kid. He lives in a small corner of a house, with his grandmother, Nana Connie, and a pet Lint. Once part of a big shell community, Connie and Marcel are now left on their own. So, when Dean, the documentary filmmaker, decides to make a movie on Marcel, the little shell sees a ray of hope in finding his family. It's a big bad world out there, but Marcel's Nana gives him courage and his new friend Dean gives him hope and takes him on his long adventure, so the little shell can reconnect with the ones he lost. Endearing and heartwarming, Marcel's story is about forging a bond and connecting with different souls in the smallest, oddest places in the world.